Hello, hello, hello. Live video is starting, and so am I. I'm back for a new Facebook Live. I like the last one so much that I'm going to do another one. Not really. Um, I plan to show you all my new book in the last um, live, but DHL came too late. So 15 minutes after um, after I closed, I finished my ended my Facebook Live. The delivery guy came over and handed me the box, and I said, "You're too late," and he was looking at me like, "Oh, what have I done?" So I explained it to him and told him, in that box is my new book, and I needed that 15 minutes too late. And he said, "Oh, I'm sorry." Of course, not his fault, but he only did his job. So anyway, let's see if anyone is here before I start the unboxing of my new book. At least I have the knife ready, and I have a big box with a smile. So I'm waiting for a couple of people to join this live. Sometimes it can take a while before it comes through. So I'm hoping that some people are on their phone tonight, and let's see if they are willing to come on. So I hope that there are people who want a free reading, and yeah, let's see. So it's here. So what is a virtual release party without a book? Well, it was a lot of fun. You can rewatch the video of that last recording, and but I really wanted to show you all the new book, and because I'm really proud of it. If anyone has sorry, some people already watched the previous one, but if you're new here now, please let me know in the comments that you're here, and to let me know if you were on the Facebook Live this afternoon or tonight at 6 p.m. So that I know what you've seen or not, and what I can tell again or not. So at least tonight I'm going to do a couple of free readings if you want, if there are people who are interested in that. So but for now, see, I have the same smile. Yeah, okay, anyway, here's the knife. Like, this is more dramatic, of course, opening a box like this, and trying not to cut myself in my hands, because that is a challenge in itself. So it's open. Put away the knife before I hurt myself. Ooh. It's here. I'm super proud of myself. I love it. I haven't seen it yet, so this is the first time that I'm holding my book. It even smells good. Don't you like the smell of new books? I love it. My mom used to smell at books all the time, so I must have gotten that from her. Anyway, here it is. Oh, let me move it toward the camera. This is the tarot guide for beginners. And let me repeat some of what I explained this afternoon. It is the translation from a book that I wrote and published, or led published, by Deltas in 2004. And at some point I got the rights back, and then I self-published it this time. So, and translated it by myself, and I got help from a really good editor who really helped me improve the book. And I'm super proud of it. Yeah, it's so great to have it in my hands. It really is a thing. It really is. Finally, I can finish this project, and it feels so good. And the thing is that when I let the cover be designed, I wanted a different cover than all the other tarot books, and and I saw most covers um, um, were massively use of black and cards that looked a bit spooky, and with glass orbs and skulls and whatnot. And I really didn't want a dark image on my cover. I wanted it lighter, and I really like the moon. Oh, I can sign in when the image is upside down. Anyway, when you look on Amazon and you scroll through tarot books, at some point you will pass my book, and you will find that it is really different. And your eyes fall onto it. So this is it. And on the back, I've written, Tarot Guide for Beginners helps aspiring tarot card readers open a tremendous source of wisdom hidden within. With the help of easy explanation, tarot card meanings, journal prompts, spreads and exercises, you learn how to do intuitive tarot readings. This way you can trust your instinct instead of looking up the meaning of a card in a book. It helps you soar through doubt and limiting beliefs around reading tarot cards. It will show you that doing intuitive tarot reading is simpler than you thought. And that's really what I want to teach, because a lot of people think that reading tarot cards is difficult. And a lot of people feel challenged reading their own cards, and then they fall back on looking up the meaning in a book. But when you do that, you get the interpretation of the writer who wrote that piece of text. That's not your interpretation. What you want is that you bring to words what you think or feel the card means. And that's why there are always images on tarot cards. At least that's what I advise to choose when you look for tarot cards, that you choose a deck with images like this one. Oops, there you are. This one. Here you see someone do something, and that is so important because the people on the card help you to interpret the card. And looking at the image that it brings, you will also get a feeling of what the card means. And most of the time, like I've tested it in readings with clients. I just told them, tell me, what do you think this card means? And they would give an interpretation that was most of the time 100% correct. And in other cases, I might have to tweak it a little bit or give alternate meanings or interpretations or help them a bit. But once they got the hang of it, they could just interpret the cards by themselves. And that's what I like. I love doing readings for people, but I always want to um, do it with them, because when I do readings, and I'm going to do a reading later on, um, you will find that it is, as I said, my interpretation. And for some people, that's enough. That's really good. Um, but for other people, you may want to integrate their story into the meaning of a card. And that is where the conversation, the coaching starts, because that's so important. It's not the meaning of the card, but what it means to you. And that's when it becomes interesting, when you can have a conversation about that meaning, not about a card, but about the meaning, what it means for you. Sorry, need a sip of water. So, and that is also why I did add meanings, card meanings. Sorry, still a bit the rest of COVID. um, wow. Um, I did add card meanings to the book. In the back of the book, there's a description of all cards. But what what I also teach with this book is how you can interpret the card, how your story is important, how you can do it, and pull a card every day, because really it is simple. I already put the other card away. Now I can't find it anymore. Is it here? Yeah, it's here. So I just had this card. And what you see here is a guy who is hammering away, creating beautiful feathers. He's making a work of art. He's a master at what he does, because what he does is work with a lot of detail, and he's really good at what he does. And so this card is about becoming better at what you do, not just practicing, but also acknowledging how good you are um, at what you do. And I believe that most people do not acknowledge that enough when they um, do what they do. For instance, when I wrote this book, I saw that uh, how good I am at writing and how much I loved it, because when I really went into the feeling and into the job that it's also to create a book like that, um, I had to embrace my talent as well. And at first, I my first inclination was, oh, that's what anybody can do. Anybody can write some words on paper. But to create it into a story, into a chapter, into a book, and then um, create the story about the book to tell people about it, that's also something that you have to learn, and I'm still learning doing this. I'm still not good at what I do because this is my second Facebook Live. I can still count them. When I hit 5, I'll stop counting. Okay, so but you have to make sure that you see your own progress, and at some point seeing that you get better with practice, and that's so important to see that you progress at what you do. That's just one card for now. Let's see, is there anyone who has a question? Anyone who's watching? I see new comments. I can see if new people are joining this live while I shuffle the cards a bit more. I again use the tarot cards from the Robin Wood. As I explained this afternoon, the Robin Wood tarot cards, oh, I just chose a really nice one, the Ten of Swords, is my favorite tarot deck because it is really clear what it means, at least to me. Some people don't like it, but I learned to read with this deck, and I always, when people ask me what deck should I use, should I buy, Robin Wood is a good one. Um, um, of course, the Rider-Waite tarot deck is a good one. One of the newer card decks, the Lightseers Tarot, is a good one. And not so long ago, I got a present from someone, and she gave me the golden, oh my god, the golden, well, it's with gold inlay. It's really, really beautiful. Oh, I forgot the name. I'll post it in this in the comments when I end this live video. Anyway, so I've shuffled the cards, and let's see if there are any questions. Otherwise, I will just pull a card for the people who will watch this video. And let's see. Oh, nice one. The Three of Cups. Oh. On it you see 3 women dancing, and this really is a card of celebration, and it is something that I believe that we don't celebrate enough. I really had to learn how to celebrate, because just as I said, I used to do my job, and that was it, and anybody can do that job, and well, by the end of the week, okay, job done, weekend. And but I really believe that we should celebrate more, and that is why I also, and it's funny that I remember this, but every Friday afternoon I have a moment where I not only celebrate what I did last week, well, the last few days, last week, and also check whether all the actions that I wanted to take that week for my business, or all the goals that I wanted to check off for the week, if I did what I wrote down, and if not, I would still have 2 days in the weekend to finish it. But I also look forward to the next week, and write down what I want to do next week for my business or for work or for private things, for my health or whatever. And those moments where you sit down and evaluate um, what you've done, that's also a time where you not only evaluate what went good, what could be done better, but it's also a moment to really stop and celebrate for what you've done, even if you didn't finish your goal or reach your goal or even procrastinated on everything you wanted to do. I believe you still need to celebrate um, that you at least try to do it. And that's what I really believe in. And my book is also, I really believe that if I wouldn't have um, planned and celebrated and evaluated, that's not the right order, planned, evaluated, and celebrated. Um, if I hadn't done that, this book wouldn't be there and wouldn't be here. And I really believe it's super important for everyone to just stop and evaluate and be proud of yourself, because otherwise, where's the progress if you don't see it? So be proud, celebrate, and be happy with what you did. So um, another thing that I would like to address in this Facebook Live is, if you buy the book, you can buy the paperback at Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Kobo. Well, that Kobo is an ebook. The paperback you can buy at Amazon and Barnes and Noble, and the ebook is for sale at Kobo, Barnes and Noble, Amazon, Google Play Books, Apple Books, and a couple more. I will post a link in the comments after I end this live video, so that you know where to buy it. But I have a big request, and if you buy the book and you like it, um, please, please, please write a review for me. Well, for the book, for future buyers, and to let them know what you uh, how, whether you liked the book or not. That's also a possibility. I'm not going to tell you what to write or how many stars to give it. That's all up to you. But reviews are so important these days, and I really need them to show new readers, to also to reach new readers. I need as many reviews as I can get. The only thing is that you need to buy the book first, because otherwise it is not a review with one of those green ticks, and it needs to come. You can only get that tick if you first buy the book. So if you like it, please write a review. If you didn't, that's okay. Then I am very proud of, I need to look up my book because someone wrote a really good review online, and I need to share that with you. I should have done this before, of course, in my preparation, but I didn't. So I'm looking up the paperback, because that has a really great review, and I want to share one of them. I have already 2 5-star reviews, but one of them is really, I'm really proud of that one. It's written by Maura, and she writes, the author set the stage right from the beginning. Let us know she was raised in a down-to-earth family. The sentiment is the thread throughout the book, leading us through a very relaxed flow as if we are listening to a friend. I've read many beginner tarot books, and well, nice, they usually focus on individual card meanings or spreads and are clinical. Yolanda Bolt balances storytelling with teaching with instruction. It was my full intention to follow the book and work through the exercises along with each section, but I found I wanted the deeper understanding Miss Bolt brought to my world of learning tarot first. Now that I've read through the book, I'll be going back through it again, not only for the practical exercises, but I'm sure there are nuggets there that were lost on me before. The book brings the Fool's Journey to life, not only by speaking of the card, but also how they interact and why they interact. I understand the major arcana is in such a better light now. I believe this was her intention. By giving us the stories of the cards, we retain more information to have confidence in our own interpretation. I'll be reading it again and again. There are so many nuances to think about and digest. This is not a book that has a cheat sheet for deciphering cards for us beginners. This is a book for learning the story the cards are telling you. I just loved it. It was a really refreshing take on tarot cards, and I'm so happy Miss Bolt made the translation from Dutch to English for us. This book is a true treasure. It is honestly the best book I've read on the subject. I've really bought the digital and paperback copies. Well, how about that for a review? Silent scream. So, that's what I wanted to share. Again, please go to Amazon. You still need to add paperback to your, when in the search term. For some reason, the ebook and the paperback come up as separate. So if you want the paperback, add that, and otherwise you add Kindle or ebook. So Tarot Guide for Beginners, please go and buy it. Amazon, Barnes and Noble for the paperback and the ebook, and Nook and Kobo and Google Play and Apple Books for all your ebook locations. If you like it, please write a review, and if you don't, never mind. Bye.